Welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. This is going to be a 100% Let's Play, going to be getting everything I can in the game, every single collectible, upgrade, everything. Now, in the Ocarina of Time 3D thread, I asked for a name for this character. Sadly, the adventures of Pizza Joe have concluded, but this time, we get to enjoy the adventures of his cousin, Taco Bob. Now, joining me, on this part at least, is Big T Unit 1.
Hello, hello!
And hopefully Yoshi will be joining us later. Unfortunately, he was not available for these first few parts.
No adventure for Yoshi with Taco Bob.
Like in a good Zelda game, it starts with a creepy nightmare that eventually transitions to our hero waking up from sleeping in on his first day on the job.
That was Taco Bob screaming right there.
Can't you hear the spice?
And everything nice.
Like that outfit.
I like how every time he has to be... he's always asleep before his legend begins, which I guess, now that I say it, that's everyone's adventure. Starts with sleep.
I stopped my foot.
Oh, drinking,
Why'd your dad have a bachelor party now?
I do like the art of this one. I've admitted I'm not the biggest fan of brown hair or red-haired Link, but I think it looks good here.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of the old school A Link to the Past art styles and sort of the Wind Waker bulgy styles.
Also, if you look to your right, it's the beginning of evil, starting with Taco Bob.
It was his mask all along.
Whenever you named yourself Majora, then it'd make more sense.
That was a teaser that they were going to be remaking Majora's Mask for the 3DS. Doing some morning stretches.
Gotta get that out of my system, being evil!
So A Link Between Worlds is half its own game, half a remake of A Link to the Past. And we'll be saying that up close as we go through these first few parts. Wow, that kid is sturdy.
Also, you just suck.
Where'd all the traction in my boots go?
It went with the bird, apparently. Blame the bird. Also, I can't help but notice that the blacksmith is always a dick to you in this game.
Yeah.
Like, no reason for it. It's just like, you're a shit, and you're like, I haven't done anything.
Well, we're his apprentice.
So he's allowed to do it.
And we're an idiot kid. He has to be tough on us. The weather vane is how we save the game, and it'll serve a purpose later on.
One thing I do like about playing the classic one is that the map is just always readily available on your second screen.
Yeah. So the overworld of this game is exactly the same as A Link to the Past. It's the dungeons themselves that were changed up considerably, that are what mostly help to make it feel like its own game, as well as some of the mechanics, which we'll see eventually. Like, throwing shit at a scarecrow. Because fuck that guy.
Part of me hoped that when you read the sign and it said, read from the other side, once you read on the other side, it says, you got it. Oh, you dick.
Right now we're heading to the blacksmith's because we're an apprentice to the blacksmith, and he lives just outside of Kakariko village. This section mostly serves to help us get used to walking around, picking up things, throwing them. Probably especially for people who played Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, because you had to use those entirely with the touchscreen.
Ew, yuck.
Look, it worked fine for me. But having played both of them, admittedly, this is much better.
Is probably a complaint then.
Yeah. How's that shield and not that sword that was yours?
How's that shield? I didn't bother to color match with you at all.
Which is funny because the shields in this game are kind of an orange-yellow.
I do like the art style, admittingly, of this game. You just take normal-sized people and you scrunch them down and make them look stupid. That's the way you make characters in this game.
He looks really tired.
He doesn't sleep, he guards. That's why he's not a hero, he never sleeps. Oh my. And also, for the guard, wouldn't that be like more like a dagger? It seems kind of small for him.
It's a sword for me. Which gives me an idea.
Leaving, that's right. I like even the description tells you how to do your job. Great sword, now get rid of it!
Yeah, we can't use it yet.
Gee, I wonder if it's at the center of town. I put faith in you, now go. We run right into a wall.
That's gonna be a running theme in this video.
It's a running theme in all your videos.
No, the theme is me rolling into the wall.
That's true. And why are you beating this child with a bush?
Because I can't use the sword. Tit for tat, Travis.
I wonder why they haven't been giving you weapons.
That's a perfectly normal English sentence.
Morning, Taco Bob. You know, there was... I would go to a restaurant called Morning Taco Bob.
Owner of Pizza Joe's, you know what to do.
I'll have to name the next character like Huevos Rancheros or something.
It'd be like Huevos Julios or something.
Huevos Todd.
Like there's an outbreak of vandalism.
That sounds so dramatic. Outbreak of vandalism! Oh! I saw a little bit of Shovel Knight's like brother or something.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't do anything to you.
It's just grass. It can't do anything. 2 NPCs.
That'd be exactly.
Yeah, those are actually the knights from A Link to the Past.
Not like that matters, let's just go on an adventure.
One thing I like, and you'll notice if you look at the length of the video, obviously it'll be elongated by the post-commentary and this extra cutscene I put at the start, but the gameplay itself is only 15 minutes, and already we're coming up on the first bit of action of the game. The game does not take long to get you down to brass tacks.
First thing, kill Dompe.
Right. Is that woman choking herself?
Possibly. Damn, this got dark.
Lady, I don't smell that bad.
At least you're next to the gravedigger, he'll easily bury you. Welp, you did my job for me.
Gravedigger, not killer. Well, if they're not dead yet.
Do you come here often, Link Man? It's Taco Bob, okay.
I don't know, I bet I like that they brought Dompe into this game.
Damn, Pay!
He has no reason to be here, but whatever. I guess there was a graveyard in the first game.
I wish the first thing he said to you is he turns, I guess it's a Legend of Zelda game, I'm here.
The game can truly begin. And now it kind of does, because now we have a kidnapping and we need to go rescue someone.
Damn, I guess they're supposed to push the door, we're out of options!
I commit to my terrible decisions.
It's like he's saying a lot. Double-ding-dong. I want to go to the top. Hey, you need to stand over there and go to the grave.
My graveyard.
My sword sucks. Give me the shovel.
We have it established. The shovel is awesome.
In fact, pull out the sword. Give me the shovel. No, I have both.
Look, I'm trying to be honest here.
Listen, who are you gonna listen to, the boss or the creepy graveyard man? You're right, stab, stab, stab.
You shouldn't have given me the option, Dompe.
He looks more like an ugly Charlie Brown, because he's kind of yellow, bald. Good grief!
His eyebrow seems connected to his eye.
Apparently you need to cut his asshole for some reason.
And everything else in the world. Every rupee, every heart will be mine.
Everything's mine. Haha, fuck you, slime.
That slimy thing will die. And all of its kin, except for the electric ones. I can't touch those with my sword.
Still haven't learned.
Now, this isn't quite the first dungeon. But it is a send-up of the tunnel that leads into Hyrule Castle and the Link to the Past. We don't have a dying uncle, but there is a chest where we get the lamp at least. You'll notice the inventory, there's no real place for everything to go, it's just a bunch of squares.
I have to point out a little bit that usually within 20 minutes of me waking up, I might be in the shower or eating cereal. He's gonna go rescue someone in a church.
Pretty easy to use a lantern. In this state, it's not a weapon, though. Despite it throwing fire everywhere.
Like, you can just walk up to the villain and torch them? I guess not yet.
No. One cool thing is that you can also douse the fires, and there are some puzzles that require that. There are some places where it's actually a detriment to light up the room. This isn't one of them, though. Because there's a bunch of rats, and they're snakes, but they're called ropes in Zelda for some reason.
Also, if I remember correctly, these particular lanterns don't need any kind of form of oil or anything, so you can just use as many times as you want.
Yeah. Burn the world.
I burn the world, I melt with you.
We can see the light is slowly dampening. We don't want to actually light all the torches in this, it's just for us to see because they are progressively going out. And you might have also seen a heart piece off in a place that we cannot reach right now.
For a long time.
I don't get that until, like, near the end of the LP.
See, I did play this one. I ended up getting the special edition Link Between Worlds DS, and gorgeous at the time. But I just remember playing this game and it was, so good. I just remember the dungeons being a lot of fun with one or two very distinct exceptions.
Yeah, I agree. Water Temple, not one of them, surprisingly.
Oddly.
Water Temple is pretty fun, but I did find a way to completely fuck it up for myself.
There's one that's like a maze tower that I hated.
I always mess this up. Let's see if I get it right this time. No, I don't.
Hey, in my opinion, you got it right. You got a fat snake for it.
A rope.
Quick, hand me the rope! No!
What would they call rope in this world? Throw me the strangle bobber.
The wacky yo-yo.
To tie up your girlfriend and eat her.
That was like the chicken parmesan. What do you call a chicken parmesan? Please don't make me do this.
Oh boy. Camp Ganondorf.
Man, I feel like Miyamoto just hates people with red hair. Because they're always villains.
Red hair and strange skin tone.
Quick, choke yourself before he can turn you into a painting. I'm working on it!
Meanie?
This guy just looks like Ganondorf had a baby with Girahim.
Yeah.
If that was possible.
And then learned a pretty damn scary power. Yuga turns people into paintings. And it's implied they're still conscious in there.
Yes, look at this. Hello.
He likes calling you a worm. Pretty ironic from a guy whose hair looks like that. Meh.
This guy interrupted me during my slug impression.
I was doing the worm and he insulted me. Stop!
Look, the character even in game is living like Thorn.
Strike two. Portraits don't wriggle. Like a worm!
Mm.
Ow.
Jesus. Hope you didn't need that liver.
I like that he's actually singing his theme. Which is kind of a lazy theme, really. It's like 2 notes.
I just noticed how bad that theme is. Okay, it's Jaws.
With hair.
Don't take my secrets.
You're a priest, you shouldn't have children.
Episode 1, everything goes wrong.
Hooray. Well, at least it didn't take nearly as long as it does other Zelda games.
I like how there's no resolution to that. Just like, oh, quickly go down this dungeon and run face first into a wall. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he doesn't have a shield yet. You need a shield to protect yourself from a wall.
See, part of that just makes... I think they designed that because they're used to you playing the game and running into walls.
And we get a power that lets us literally run into a wall. Does knock us out then.
Is it the shield?
No.
Then we don't need one, then.
So that was the intro of the game. That was our primary antagonist.
Part 1, we fucked up. We fucked up.
And it was only 15 minutes. Compare that to Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, which took hours to get to the main game.
Others are going to take hours to fuck up. We managed to do it in less than 15 minutes.
Hey, at least it's not wasting our time.
That's true. You guys know how we feel about Skyward Sword. Or at least, I never played it. I viewed it.
This one, at least we're both in agreement that this is a very good Zelda.
There's things that could have been fixed a bit, but it was a lot of fun. It's just, if you don't really care for the old school Legend of Zeldas, it is very old school.
Yeah, it's not perfect. I will have my complaints about the game, especially with how the story plays out. And we'll see that starting next week in part 2. Yuga in himself, he has his own element, things going differently, but how the story progresses, there's a very worrying sense that the game doesn't want to stand on its own legs.
I mean, I think the power made it kind of stand on its own legs, but that's about it.
Uh-huh.
Which, of course, if you haven't seen even a trailer for the game, you kind of already know what the power is, but I'm still not going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, like, when I first experienced it, even though I knew what the power was, it still seemed really cool.
It will only take until part 3 to get that, so again, the game doesn't jerk you around.
And then we're going to look for some adorable octopi.
Yes.
With also the cutest music in the game, where it's like, ha, ha, ha. Which I realize is 2 notes again. God damn it, composer.
Probably the only other complaint I would have about the game, aside from the story, the game overall is really short. The game kind of feels like an experiment, which we'll see as it goes on, sort of what they experimented with. The LP is only going to be 23 parts, 24 videos. One update will be a 2-parter. In terms of just videos, that's about as long as most of our LPs, but a lot of those videos don't pass half an hour. Yeah, I'm looking at these 15 minutes, 20, 25.
I think what saves it a bit is the fact that because it's not a new school Zelda, that it doesn't have all the extra side missions to do. You're pretty much going straight on your path the whole time.
Well, they give you plenty of side shit.
Well, they give you stuff to collect, of course. Because all old games thought, hey, you know what kids love to do? Collect shit.
And this is probably too late to mention, but don't talk about the timeline in the thread. We don't need that.
We get it, it's convoluted.
Going up alongside this, if you haven't seen it, is also the first part of Triforce Heroes. This is going to be another sort of duo Let's Play, hopefully being updated at the same time. Triforce Heroes is going to be me, Travis, and Yoshi playing all together. I am going to be recording it myself, though. The guys don't have the means to do that. But there's going to be plenty of content coming from us, just of 3DS Zeldas. So look forward to that.
After that, all that's left is the classic ones, but we're not going to do that. I don't know if we are going to do that.
Probably not.
I thought that was your response.
Well, one, I've beaten none of them.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
If anything, after these, I'd probably do, like, Spirit Tracks.
Hey, it's the usual Let's Play code. Even if you haven't beaten the game or even played it, just be confident and act like you know what's going on.
I've seen all of the first and A Link to the Past.
There you go.
I know what happens.
You just don't know where anything is, so it's just like, I have 3 hard pieces in the basic armor. Great.
So the format for this LP, obviously, since like Yoshi wasn't available at the time we recorded this, there might be some change up in commentators. Gonna try to have at least 2 co-commentators per video when I can. We'll see how it goes. I want to keep the updates coming consistently. This is going to be a 100% LP. I'm going to be collecting all of the items, going to be getting all of the upgrades.
All the squids.
All of the squids. Well, I need them to get all the upgrades.
There you go.
I even will max out my wallet in a couple places, because the game throws rupees at you, but also it throws ways to spend rupees at you as well. But it also throws more rupees at you after you've done that, so... But we'll see. We'll be seeing everything A Link Between Worlds has to offer. So even if you're watching this and you're saying to yourself, he missed something, yeah, I probably did, but I went back and got it. Don't worry about it.
I thought you were going to, yeah, I probably missed something. What are you going to do about it? As you gesture for combat.
As I roll for initiative.
Natural 1, fuck.
Well, it's initiative, so it doesn't matter. Just means I die first.
You just sit there staring out into space as just hell comes over.
As of the very start of the LP, I've already recorded the entire thing. That's why I could say I've gotten everything already. For the most part, the updates are going to be a single video, mostly going through one full dungeon, or at the very least, doing a big chunk of post-dungeon exploration. If anything, we're going to get a lot done every single video. Going to be no bullshitting for this one.
Also, that just means that if you guys bring up, hey, you should play this differently, too late.
Yeah. And you know what? You're probably right. But what are you going to do about it?
I think that's a good way to end it.
It's like you and your Skies of Arcadia LP. Yes, maybe, but what are you going to do about it?
Exactly. Look, we're going to get to the end of this game and keep on making Vice jokes. It's just how it's going to happen. Snap, snap, what?